I'm pleased to welcome Bills quarterback Josh Allen here with us. You came from New York. Well, you went to Pebble Beach before this, but New York, how does it feel to be in the warmth?
It feels pretty good. I do miss Buffalo. I will say that I do enjoy the snow, but it's tough to beat this weather. It really is. And stepping outside my front door in Buffalo with 4 or 5 feet of snow.
I'm going to LA.
And 10 degrees, it was tough to leave, I will say that. But, to go and play Pebble last week was really fun, and to be out here is going to be a pretty good week.
Yeah. Well, you're here with us on behalf of USAA, so they got something really cool going on, so talk about that.
Yeah, so I'm honored to partner with USAA and VFW. We're gifting a trip of a lifetime to Staff Sergeant Corey Geisler. Him and his wife are coming out. He served in the military for almost a decade. So got a lot of respect for the military. So to come out here and be partnered with, such a great group, and to give such a great trip to a man that's so deserving, it's a really good feeling, and they're going to the Super Bowl. I get to meet them Saturday. I'm excited. I
was saying, that must be really fulfilling for you to be able to give back like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially, again, to have our freedoms over here, what we do. And, I know that USAA has the salute to service and all that stuff. And it's such a great thing to be a part of. And something that as a kid, again, my grandfather served a long time ago. But, I've got a great appreciation for the military.
Yeah. Well, thank you for doing that. It means a lot. And being able to give someone a lifetime experience is so cool.
Yeah.
So that must be fun. But you seem like a busy guy, Josh. You just got done playing in front of millions of people on TV at Arrowhead Stadium. You just got back from Pebble Beach playing golf. So I'm curious which one was harder to play in.
Well, I'd say golf is a little harder for me. I hadn't swung probably since late July.
Oh, yikes. So it wasn't very good?
It wasn't very good. I had a great time, I will say that. Met some really great people. But I'm so competitive that I was just so frustrated the whole week and not playing well. But again, to look out and just see the beach and the water and it being 70 degrees at 10 o'clock in the morning with the sun shining down on my face.
More of a mental break for you.
Correct. But it was hard to be mad. I was told before the event that nobody cares as much as you do. So I went out there. I had a great time. Me and my partner, Keith Mitchell, I'm such a big fan of. I was paired with Kevin Streelman and Larry Fitzgerald as well. They were awesome, and it was a great weekend.
So have you ever thought about being the next quarterback on the match? And if so, who would be the dream player to play with?
Man, I know Phil played in it already. I have a pretty cool relationship with him, and we've never actually met in person or golfed together, but we've exchanged numbers and we've texted, and he's awesome. Big fan of Justin Thomas, but again, Keith Mitchell is my guy now. But if there's one guy, it's either Phil or Tiger, And I'm a big Tiger fan, and I love golf. It's actually my favorite thing to do.
Yeah. Is the best part about golf that there's no coin tosses?
Yeah.
No, I had to throw that in there for you. No. But in all seriousness, though, the coin flip, when it happened, did you think you were really going to be able to go back on the field?
Yeah. I had trust in our defense to go out there, and unfortunately, sometimes that's how things go. It's the game of football. Just like the game of life, right? You don't know exactly what's going to happen, and you got to go with what's given. And we didn't win that game. It happens. We'll learn from it, and we'll move on.
You tweeted pain in that moment. So I'm curious where you were when you tweeted this.
I was on my couch in California. I saw it go to overtime, and the coin toss happened. I was just instant flashback. And so it is what it is, and I'm glad Cincinnati got a chance and they pulled it out there. And but again, I've got so much respect for the Chiefs and Pat Mahomes especially. For the type of player he is, one, but the type of person he is, number two. So, it's one of those things where two quarterbacks dueling against each other. One had to win, one had to lose, and they were on the winning side, and you got to respect it.
Yeah. We got to give a moment of silence.
13 seconds.
13 seconds. I'm so sorry.
All right, there we go.
So overtime rules. Do you think they should be changed so that both teams get a chance?
I know I'm going to get that question a lot today.
But we're your first of the day.
We are the first of the day, yep. You know what? We've been doing it for so long, and there's a part where if you change too much, whether it be adding games, changing overtime rules, it almost changes the integrity of the game. And I'm not going to sit here and complain about the rules. The rules are what they are. And if there's a group of people that want them changed, maybe they should be. But as of right now, I'm okay with it because I know if we got the ball in that first possession and we scored, we'd be happy with the outcome too. So 50-50, yes, no, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. We gotta go find a way to win.
So if you were commissioned for a day, what rule would you change? It doesn't have to be the two you mentioned, but taunting.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Let the players go. Let them have some fun.
That.
It was so arbitrary on how they called the taunting calls this year. There was a few times where I got sacked and they were right in my face. I'm like looking around like, am I gonna get this one?
Am I gonna get this?
Exactly. So that's the one rule where I don't know what needs to happen about it, but there needs to be some set concrete details about why they're being called and explanations as to why. So we'll see.
Brian Dable, he's leaving. It's been your guy your whole career. Have you had any sort of like second guesses with the new guy coming in or anything like that?
No, not at all. And I love Coach Dable. I love his family. It's obviously going to hurt to see them go, but I love them so much, and he's helped me so much in my career that, I'm so happy that he has his opportunity to be a head coach in the NFL. Something that he's worked his entire life to do, and he's been in the league for 20 plus years. And finally has an opportunity to do it. So I'm happy for him. And then obviously with Coach Dorsey, I've had great camaraderie with him the last couple of years. Excited to see what he can do. He's a competitive guy. He's the winningest college quarterback of all time, 38-2. He never lets you forget it.
Oh, so now you're good at you have a good memory.
Oh yeah, 38-2. He never lets me forget it. I always,
that's why.
I always give him stuff. I'm like, hey, Doris, 36-5. And he's like, no, 38-2, fella. Don't get it twisted. He's like, okay, you got it. So I'm excited for that. Obviously bringing on Joe Brady, who was the offensive coordinator at the Panthers last year as a quarterback coach.
Yep.
And then I'm kind of the only guy in the quarterback room right now. So depending on who we bring in, I just want some guys to have some fun with, and we'll see.
Team of one.
Yeah.
The gang's all here.
Right, exactly, yeah.
So I have a question for you. I know probably people have talked about it. You've seen all the memes, the gifs, but have you really had a moment to decompress and be like, wow, me and Patrick Mahomes put on like the best show in forever? Like maybe of all time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I've really given myself a chance to think about it. It still doesn't feel completely real. And again, I'm not in the business of saying I played great. It is what it is. Like, I want to win football games. And that's all I want to do. And, it just, I don't know if it's set in yet that we're not playing, and we could still be playing today. Like, shoulda, coulda, wouldas, obviously.
Yeah.
But it don't matter how I played that game. We didn't get the job done, and we move on.
Yeah. What did it mean for you to see Patrick Mahomes at the end of the game come up to you and show that sign of respect?
I thought that was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Throw the winning touchdown in overtime after being down, with the 13 seconds, whatever. He goes and sees Kelsey, and I'm sitting on the bench, and I'm just looking over there, and all of a sudden I see him dart my way looking. I'm like, I think he's coming to see me. So I met him halfway. I threw my helmet off, and we had a nice little embrace there. And I just thought that was really cool. Given the moment, given the ramifications of what just happened, to go to the AFC Championship game for, was it the fourth consecutive year for him, and he went and just stopped what he was doing to come, dap me up and give me some kudos. And, like I said, I got a lot of respect for Pat as a person, as a player, and that just kind of shows why. Yeah.
On a lighter note, you played a perfect game against the Pats. How did it feel to finally just sock it to him, I felt like 20 years of frustration, just Bills fans.
It was great for the fans. For us, it was just another game that we were trying to win.
Oh my God!
It was.
Whatever. You were excited.
And obviously, Coach Dable called a great game. Our offensive line blocked their butts off. Motor ran the ball super hard, and we had some guys make some unbelievable plays. But to be in a game where I think it was the only one in NFL history where there was no punts, field goals, turnovers. It was pretty special. Don't know when or if we'll ever see something like that again. And to do it in the playoffs at home in front of a packed stadium, it's the first actual home game for the Bills. We had one last year, but there was only 7,000 people in the stands. To give them that since 1995, whatever it was, I don't know, don't even know, but it was a long time. So to give them that, given the pandemic this last couple years, the hardship of 17 years without a playoff game, I'm sure that felt very satisfying for them.
Yeah. it seems like we have kind of an into an era with Tom Brady retiring, but we got this new generation of young quarterbacks in, including you. How does it feel to be a part of that?
I mean, it feels good.
You seem really humble, though. You're like, I don't want to talk about myself much, but like that's huge.
Yeah. I mean, I think like as a kid, like this is the only thing I've wanted to do. So to now be sitting in this position, it's obviously very rewarding, but it's taken a small army to get me here. Family, friends, coaches,
sure.
All the above. But on the note of Tom retiring, I'll believe it when we see it.
Oh, you're one of those people.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's.
I'll believe it when I see it.
He is the ultimate competitor, and I'm happy that he made that decision for himself and for his family. But it wouldn't surprise me one bit, if we see him next year, the year after, or the year after that,
Some cryptic tweet again and everyone flips out.
Yeah, but I'm such a big fan of him, and he was one of the quarterbacks I idolized growing up. So to see him, to be able to play against him and play in the same league as him while he's still that's an unbelievable feat on his end. But it was super surreal when I was always on the other side playing against him, and we almost got him in the Bucs game this year. We were close, had a nice little comeback there, and but it was surreal.
Yeah. All right, I got some rapid fire fun questions for you. So, who do you think can throw farther, you, Mahomes, or Herbert?
I'd like to say me, right?
Right.
I would feel weird saying one of the other three,
okay.
But both those guys do have some cannons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow, people freak out about his outfits, so I want you to rate his style from 1 to 10 and why.
I'd go 9.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going high.
I
think so.
Whoa.
I think he rocks it. I got to know Joe a little bit coming out for the draft when he was coming out 2 years ago. He traded with Jordan Palmer, and we were out there for a little bit. So, dude's a great guy. He's all ball, all football. His teammates love him. And when you can just pull off outfits like that and your teammates aren't going to question you for it, you got some swagger to you. And Joe's got some swagger, and I think everybody knows that. Being a transfer from Ohio State to LSU to not playing great the first year, then absolutely tearing the college football world down the second, drafted first overall, gets hurt, and then comes back, and he's in the damn Super Bowl. So I got a lot of respect for him as well, and I'm pulling for him.
2 more questions for you. All right, we need you to pick a starting quarterback for your franchise in Madden. So, you, Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Herbert. I'll give you those. And of course, I mean you in there too. So
how about we don't say me? How about I got to choose one of those 3 guys?
And throw Joe Burrow in there too.
Because that would choose me.
Solid.
So all right. Well, I'm gonna spitball one here. If I want a quarterback for the next 15 years, it's Tom Brady.
Dang it, that wasn't an option, Josh.
He could play for the next 15. He definitely could.
Okay. All right, who do you got winning the Super Bowl?
Man, it's a loaded question. I just want to see both teams play well and have a great time.
The most PR answer we can get.
But I will say this, given I know Joe's lighting the world on fire right now, and I got a lot of respect for him and want him to win one.
Yeah.
Given Matt Stafford and his career in Detroit.
Still so cool.
Right? And to now be really just I love Matt Stafford. I got to meet him a couple years ago. We were having dinner at, was it Mastro's, I think. And he was sitting there with his wife, and his wife's actually our receiver coach's sister. So there's this weird connection there. But Matt, I mean, just one of the most athletically gifted quarterbacks of all time, and I don't think he gets enough respect for that aspect. His arm talent is off the charts. He's been doing this for a long time. He's tough as nails. He's humble. He just wants to win football games, and I'm super happy I get to see him actually do it now. And that's why I think, I don't know, I'm pulling for both guys because I've got personal interests on both sides, but to see Matt win one, given his long career and hardships that he's faced, I think that'd be pretty cool.
Hey, well, we appreciate you, Josh. Thank you so much, and good luck going back to New York.
Thank you. Go Bills.
I'm a little dreading it a little bit.